Oh.
Welcome back.
I thought I was gonna get through. All right, we're here
Gamebound.
with
We're
Fiasco.
playing Fiasco.
Yeah. And we're here at Act 2, and of course, I didn't look up what I should have looked up.
You had one job during this break.
I was boiling hard-boiled eggs. I really want some hard-boiled eggs. You know what?
Priorities.
Yeah, seriously. Let me double check.
My name is Debbie, and I like eggs.
What is that from?
The Amanda Show.
I totally I was like, oh my god, what is that
Girls
from?
Club.
The Girls Club. The Dancing Lobsters.
Bring in the dancing lobsters.
Amanda, please.
What is it called? Oh, the tilt table. There we go. That's what it is. Okay.
Josh is very concerned right now.
Don't worry, we're just having some 90s girl nostalgia, basically.
This has been one of the most schizophrenic episodes of anything we've done.
But see, is it schizophrenic or does it have dissociative personality disorder? Because they're two different things.
That's true. I think probably dissociative personality disorder.
Yeah, because schizophrenic is more paranoid than anything.
Yeah.
Right. Right. Paranoid and erratic as opposed to like, I'm two different people in the same body.
You're right.
Or 6 different people.
Or 16.
Trisha.
All right, so I believe that it's the person with the highest white dice and the highest amount of black dice that roll.
So Caleb and Josh.
Aye.
All right, so we are going to roll the dice. Wait, what do we roll?
Roll a d6.
Like a d6. Okay. Tilt table. Roll a dice in front of your character. That's what it is. So we can go ahead and just here. I'll do it. Well, here. Let's just type in 2d. Roll 2d6.
Roll another d6.
But see, I can roll the tokens.
Yes. See that I was gonna say that, but of course I should have just assumed that you would know how to do that.
Oh wait, can I roll them as a badge? I might be able to roll them as a badge.
You can select all of them.
Oh cool. Oh well.
All right, so these are the numbers we get to choose from for the tilt table. So of course I don't have the tilt table in front of you guys.
You had one job, Caleb.
So I'll go ahead and pick the category, and then I'll just choose. You can just choose whatever the 6 one of the 6 options from that is.
Okay.
So I'm gonna choose. I guess I can only choose from the numbers we have on the table. So 3, 4, 3. So 3, 4, and 5. Okay. All right, I'm gonna choose 4, guilt. So now you only have 3s and 5s, and so you can choose somebody develops a conscience or someone panics.
One develops a conscience sounds interesting. Like if Josh's character develops a conscience about killing my parents or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Confesses.
That's actually what I was thinking. Because that would set us in the direction we'd want to go
to wrap up the story
for more
arcs.
conflict. Yeah. So yeah.
Okay.
I think Mac develops a conscience.
All right, there you go. Sounds like a plan. So that is the twist and the turn, or the tilt that happens in the middle of the story here. So, Alyssa, we're back to you again. Would you like to establish?
I'm gonna establish.
All right.
Whoa.
I have an idea. So I'm gonna play Brooks, of course. Caleb, I want you to play Billy.
Okay.
And Emily, I want you to play Kennedy.
Okay.
Mac is not in this scene. Sorry, Josh. And I have gathered the two of you to come up with the plot to kill Mac.
Mm.
Arr.
I'm gonna play chicken then.
Did we establish that Kennedy is a boy?
I think so.
I don't.
Yeah.
Did nah?
We didn't, but
We didn't establish that Kennedy was a boy or a girl.
I mean, in all honesty, Billy can be a girl's name too,
That's
but
fair.
I think we set up at the beginning that
It was
most
two
of the crew was boys.
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Minus Peggy because Caleb is the captain. So.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
Tobias is captain, sorry.
Everybody needs a good voodoo witch.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. So
that
where
is
are
the
we?
scene. I think we are like
Yar.
kind of like in the middle of like the field near the house that we've been staying in. I think we've been there for like a couple days at this point.
Okay.
Like starting to like maybe like build like just the basic structure of the barn.
Right.
So you can like see that like in the distance as we're like in the field, like getting ready for the day. I think it's like really early in the morning. And I basically pull you to a side. I think like, you know, Brooks is kind of like, I mean, they know that I have a disdain for Mac, but maybe don't know why. So here we go. So boys, you know it was all Mac's fault why we ended up stranded, right?
I did hear something like that, yeah.
Arr.
We're doing this job while he's in the house sleeping with Captain Tobias as he's recovering from his burn.
So I think Billy like raises the hand.
Amazing.
Billy raises the hand and he says, "So by sleeping, you mean they're laying in separate beds near each other, correct?"
Yes.
All right. Just wanted to get an image out of my head.
Get your mind out
Thanks,
the gutter,
Billy.
sir. This is serious, okay? I have a proposition for you two.
All right.
Listen, okay? I've had a secret for a long time. The reason I came on this ship, and I know
Look, Brooks, I don't like you like that.
No.
I know I am very handsome, but
Kennedy,
Yes.
hush.
I'm sorry.
Kennedy, no, that's not what I'm saying. Why do you have
I
to
don't
go
think
there?
Billy feels like that either.
I understand that it's been a while since you two have seen beautiful women, but still, like, come on, like, get your head in the right game, okay?
Yeah, I mean, basically the only woman we've seen is Peggy and that old woman who we're working for, and neither of them are the beauts, as they might say.
Yeah, no, I get it, okay? I'm a 14-year-old boy, okay? I get it. But
You're a very self-aware 14-year-old boy, if I do say.
This is serious, okay? I had to grow up very fast, okay? Because my parents were killed.
What?
Yeah, so are mine.
By...
I don't think I ever met my parents.
Yeah.
Okay,
I never met your parents either.
guys, let me just get this out, okay? The reason I came on this ship is because Mac is the person who killed my parents. I got this intel from another fellow mate of mine, who unfortunately was
So
one
when
of
you
the
say mate, do you mean a person in of which you are a friend, or
We are pirates. You know what a mate is.
I mean, I've only been a pirate
Do you
for
mean matey?
about a couple weeks now, so
Yes.
I think you mean matey, Brooks.
Yes, a matey, yes. But unfortunately, he drowned because he was an idiot and jumped way too far out of that ship.
wait, I thought we were talking about Mac.
We are no.
He didn't drown.
No, Matt can swim pretty well for a man with only one arm.
Yeah. It's actually, I think that Peggy must have put a spell on him or something, because no one should be able to move that well with only one arm.
I mean, they both move surprisingly well
Listen.
for
It's
their
very
bodies.
true.
Billy, Kennedy,
Yes.
listen. The idea is that Mac is the one who killed my parents.
Mm-hmm. You've mentioned
Okay.
this.
And I have come to get my revenge on him. And you two should be seeking out revenge because he's literally left you stranded here to do this job.
I mean,
that
I
we
don't
don't
really
even
mind
like
it all that much. I mean,
I think it's better than faring the high seas.
yeah, exactly. The Huntersons are really nice
What kind
folks.
of pirates are you guys?
We literally aren't pirates. We
Not really. We just
were-
didn't want to be in jail.
were indentured servants who stole the ship.
fine. I'll go do this myself.
I mean, no, hey. We can talk this out. What do you offer?
I just like talking like a pirate.
I don't really have much of a grudge against Mac myself, but if you're willing to offer something of a little more value to me, then maybe we'll join you.
Well, listen. I have a connection of sorts that I've been working on the last couple days.
All right.
That could get us off this hellhole and possibly be earning some good coin for some very high up people.
Now we're talking.
But I need you guys to help me do this favor. You don't have to do it. You don't have to actually commit the act. You just have to help me.
All right. Well, give us some details then. What are we supposed to do?
Okay. So here's the thing. Mac has literally not come out of that house at all the last couple days. So he needs to be. I need to get him alone.
Question.
Yes.
When you say get him alone, do you mean to kill him or?
Yes, to kill him.
All right, cool. Awesome. Everybody likes a running gag.
Brooks doesn't.
Caleb, put that fourth wall back where you found it, or so help me.
So I just need, however you want to do it, just get him alone, maybe somewhere out here in this woodsy area, and I'll take care of the rest.
Are you okay? We can just pick him up.
Well,
and when I say pick him up, I mean physically lift him and move him to the place.
Don't let his one arm deceive you. He is way more agile than you give him credit for. Did you not see him go down that ship on the mast?
Oh no, I definitely saw that. Yeah, didn't you see that, Kennedy?
I saw it, but Brooks, we're two very capable men.
Yes, it's true.
Well, you almost drowned a couple days ago, so
Almost drowned is a very strong word.
We're good in hand to hand.
Yes.
Especially four hands versus
just
one.
Not the hands, when you're paddling.
I don't know.
That kind of hand to hand, we don't know how to do that.
But we need it to be discreet. I know that he and Tobias are good friends, and Captain Tobias and I are okay. I'm not a big fan of him.
He's an okay captain.
He's an okay guy.
He's the only one I've ever had, so I don't really have much to compare him to.
Okay, so say we do this. What's in it for us?
Exactly.
I think
You've been a little vague about the opportunities that you mentioned.
I think I've already established the opportunity.
The opportunity.
You've been a little vague about the details.
So we'll sneak away at night. I have my contact, my friend. His name is Jones.
Aye.
And he has promised me and two other people jobs working for this noble person of his.
What kind of jobs?
1,000 years before the mast.
Part of the crew, part of the ship, part of the crew, part of the ship.
Okay, so just metagaming this a little bit, but not too much. Why did... I feel like Brooks would know why Kennedy and Billy joined this ship.
So I think we've established that basically we're a bunch of convicts who got together, broke out of our prison that we were in, and stole a ship, and then decided to be pirates.
Yeah, we're just trying to get away from from prisoners.
Yeah.
Literally anything but being prisoners seems fine.
Yes.
Right.
Or swimmers.
It's your two choices. Live in prison the rest of your life,
or
compete against Michael Phelps.
No.
Swimming.
Yeah, so I think Brooks says, to be honest, he was a bit vague about the jobs, but I've heard of this noble before, and I know that he has a lot of money.
Promising.
So promising a job. It's
lots of booty.
Ah,
you're
yes.
bound to get lots of booty.
Wait, Kennedy. When you say
Both.
booty,
I mean both.
oh.
And like Brooke's like, yes, both.
And I look at you like, come on, you're a 14-year-old boy. You have to know what that means.
No, I mean he knows what it means. Like,
Right.
he's just like, yeah, okay. So will you help me or not?
I look at Kennedy, I'm like, kind of shrug.
Why not?
Yeah, sure.
Great.
So,
So
our job is to get Mac to be alone with you. And not in a sexual way, but in a murder sort of way.
yes.
Awesome.
Great. Do it before we are done with this job of ours.
Now, when you say do it, and then I think that's where we we got the scene.
Oh boy.
Wow, we need the Billy and Kennedy show.
Yeah,
now.
seriously, that was awesome.
Okay, so wait, so this round the two guys go to me, correct?
Yeah.
I think that was good.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think I've managed to convince them to join my cause. So
Yeah.
get 2 dice.
Yep.
Yes. Oh, sweet. Cool. Oh wait, yeah. Cool.
Well, there you go. Now you only have 1 black dice.
There you go. All right.
Okay. Joshery.
Uh-huh.
Josh, you know who you look like right now? You look like John Calvin. With your
Just
like
need the
big
beard.
hat and like the you see like the beard.
There we go.
There you go.
Perfect.
Yeah. The hat's not really working for me anymore. Hmm.
Establish resolve.
Oh yeah, I can choose to just resolve the scene
Mm-hmm.
rather than a step. I'm gonna do that then.
All right.
I'll make y'all come up with the scene.
Okay, so feel like clearly some point in this scene, Billy and Kennedy are going to be trying to get to
I mean, maybe that's just the scene. It's
to Mac, yeah.
right. It's just Billy and Kennedy trying to get Mac, alone so that Brooks can murder him.
Fry. Yeah.
Okay, so I guess let's start with like me and Kennedy like discussing like the plan. So I think I turned to Kennedy and I'm like, all right, now Ken, how do we do this? How do we get a man like Mac to be interested in something out there in the world when he has everything in that house right now?
Oh, Billy,
Yes.
do you have some bagpipes?
You know what? I do have some bagpipes. It's funny that you mention that. Been meaning to bring them out and play a tune for y'all, but like I just go into a barrel and like open it up and like pull out bagpipes.
Classic bagpipes in a barrel.
Yeah. If you want more bagpipes in a barrel funniness, check out Terranolius.
Carnelius.
Okay.
That's literally
Stay right
episode
here.
1.
I'll be right back. And
All right.
like I'm
So
gone for 5
I'm just like
minutes.
standing there with the bagpipes, like kind of like looking around.
I come back and I have a large mug of ale. And I say, okay. Now I think we can set the trap.
You're
Let's-
gonna
let's
have
walk
to
outside.
walk me through this. What are we doing with these two things?
Did you not? Oh, I thought we kind of like had that connection where you
No,
kind of knew
I can't read your mind.
what I was
Ken.
going for. Oh, okay. Clearly,
Like the only thing I can think of is that you're gonna like pour the ale in the bagpipes, and then I'm gonna try to play it, and it will make such a weird noise that like he'll come out.
very close. Do you know how to play those bagpipes?
Of course I do. I wouldn't have bought them if I didn't know how to play them.
I mean, I just needed to make sure.
All right.
Okay, so we go out into the woods.
Mm-hmm.
You start playing the bagpipes.
Okay.
I feel like that should get Mac's attention since
Wait. So how far away are the woods from this farmhouse?
like you know, just a little past the burned down, partially rebuilt barn.
Oh, got it. All right, now I can see it.
Yes, it's right there. I missed it
Oh,
somehow.
yes.
Now that the radio drama exposition has been complete, I can now
yes.
see.
Yeah, so you go start playing the bagpipes, and I'll come back with Mac.
All right, I'll leave it to you then, Ken. I like walk over, take a big breath, and then the most awful screeching that you've ever heard starts emanating out of the bagpipes, and I definitely don't.
But
know
it
how to
takes
play
a moment
bagpipes.
from when you blow out before the pipes start making noise.
So
Yeah,
it's just
so
like
I
Because
start-
you have to inflate the sack first.
Yeah, and then you go. Okay, so I like go into the house and I go to wherever Mac is.
Mac is probably Mac's in the kitchen chatting up Delilah.
Herb's like in the like back seat, like what, like just like not like probably in the chair, just like asleep.
I go, Mac,
What is that?
I have a little surprise for you.
A little surprise for me.
Me and Billy thought you might have been getting a little homesick.
Homesick.
So, I have this ale for you,
Ooh.
and Billy has a surprise that we set up outside. I can hear it now.
Is he slaughtering goats?
You'll have to come out and see.
I don't like goats.
Well, you'll be happy to know that there's no live goats outside.
But if you let Billy at them like that, they're probably all dead by now.
Well, you said you don't like goats, so that would be good, right?
I don't like the smell of goats.
Look, Mac, there's no goats outside, dead or alive.
There were goats out in the
And then
pasture
you
not all
literally
that long
hear
ago.
like a goat sound, and who knows if it's actually the bagpipes or not.
So I just go, but we have this surprise for you, Mac. Come out to see. Here,
Don't
here,
know
I'll-
about that.
I'll- Mac, I'll carry the ale out for you, so you don't have to carry it and walk. I don't know what.
Max
call?
swats at your hand to grab the ale before you can turn away. He just quaffs the thing straight off.
Well, we have more
Slugs
outside.
it.
I didn't bring all of it in here, but are you gonna come to your celebration of home?
He's sitting on the counter. He kind of wobbles.
Alright, we'll go see what these definitely not dying goats are.
And then you literally hear like goats being like it legit sounds like just goats are being killed. Just like
Okay, wait. So did you say we as in like, are you trying to bring Delilah too?
I think so. Yeah.
Oh god.
As we start walking out, I see her like walking, and I just kind of go and mutter under my breath,
What was that, lad? You're gonna have to speak up. I can't hear you over the sound of these dying goats.
I said, I'm so happy you're coming to your party.
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 Well, I'm glad I brought Delilah along then.
Archie.
Oh, it might get a little rowdy for Delilah. I don't know if she'll want to come to this party.
Nonsense! Parties are always more fun with the +1.
You're right, matey. There's no flaw in that logic. So I just keep leading them towards the forest.
And so I guess so where is Brooks in this? Like, have we let Brooks know about this plan?
I don't know.
I think
Maybe.
Brooks like hears the bagpipes and goes, "Oh no, this is their plan."
Do you start going towards them?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah, I think he's like hiding in like some of the bushes.
Yeah.
Like behind, like plugging his ears, like
Yeah.
as like I'm just like watching this thing unfold.
Yeah, and so I think I literally I'm not even playing the bagpipes anymore, and I'm sitting on a table in the middle of this forest, and I'm eating a goat like leg, and you just see like a blood stain to the side.
What?
Yeah.
A raw goat leg?
No, it's cooked, and there's a little campfire too.
Oh,
What?
oh my goodness.
I knew it! I knew they were dead goats.
Sorry, Mac. There were no goats out here when I left.
So I like look up at you, Kennedy. And I'm like, oh, sorry about that. A goat tried to kill me as I was playing those bagpipes, so I had to take out my knife and do battle with it. But I had a couple minutes to spare while you were talking to him in there, so I decided to make myself make all of us some goat to eat.
You know who would probably be good at bagpipes?
You're right, Kennedy.
The
I
person
think you'd be
hiding in
great
the-
at bagpipes.
Me? I was not talking about me.
Oh, Kennedy, give him a play. I wanna dance.
Okay, so I...
Help yourself to a
Take
leg of goat if you would like it, sir.
Bah, I hate goats. They stink.
Yeah,
Well, I mean, this is
found
a
out
dead
on the-
one that is cooked, sir.
I found out on the way over that he hates goats, so maybe
Should've thought one that
ixnay on
one
the oatgay plan.
Now, when you say oatgay, do you mean...
I'm speaking in pig Latin.
Oh, right. Got it.
Did you not learn that in while you were imprisoned?
No, I didn't know that was a popular prison language.
Okay.
Yes, the guards did not know it.
Oh, so that's why you're speaking gibberish all the time.
Ah, yes.
No,
So, how did you
that
learn
would
it
make
from
a
a
lot
pig?
of sense, lad. I always thought you were mad.
No. Just a little mad, but mostly another language.
Is there something wrong with your throat? You keep clearing it as if there was. You know, kind of deal.
Arr. Yes, it's a condition. I'm kind of embarrassed by it.
Okay, so I think Brooks has seen enough. He like goes out, and he's just like, sir, if you like, I can play the bagpipes,
Oh, Brooks, I'd love that.
but I'm a wee bit nervous about playing in front of all these people.
Ah, don't you worry. Once I start dancing with Delilah, she'll not pay any mind.
I don't think Delilah should. I'm nervous in front of pretty women. He says, like, really.
Now, when you say pretty,
Delilah just kind of giggles a little bit, like girlishly, like.
I'm kinda like-
Delilah, let's go get Peggy and she'll help him be able to play. She'll make him less nervous.
Nay, didn't leave me.
so I'm kind of like looking at you, Brooks, like, what are we supposed to do? Like, I think I even like whisper that. I'm just like, what do you want us to do?
What's
Oh,
the
I
place?
just
You're gonna have to speak
look
up.
at the time. It is 1:30 hair. I must be getting going now. Don't you remember, Kennedy? We had that thing. We had the, what was it? The.
I don't like talking about my speech therapy,
Oh,
but yes.
we have
Let's
that.
go.
Worst.
We have that. That's the thing. And you know who would make the speech therapy even better? You know who?
Delilah!
Yes, it'd be a calming presence, Delilah. If you would come, Mr. Kennedy here is he's a little nervous. He really needs a calming presence in his life.
I'm meeting with a new therapist today.
You
Delilah
really should
goes.
get your throat checked.
Delilah goes full mom mode, and she's like, "Oh, of course, I'll take care of you."
We really appreciate it there, ma'am. And then
I guess we
start
walk
walking
off.
away, and I think like I'm looking back at you, Brooks, and I'm just like, well, you two have fun playing the bagpipes.
When you say playing the bagpipes,
I mean, yes, we can talk about this later.
I think Brooks starts attempting to play the bagpipes. Very poorly. Maybe not quite as bad as what's his name? Oh my gosh, Billy.
Yeah.
He's
But
like,
did Billy ever actually play the bagpipes more than about a second?
Not very
Or did
long,
he
no.
just immediately start off slaughtering goats?
Well, the goat attacked him for playing the bagpipes bad, so.
Well, that's fair. I would do the same if I was in the goat's position.
Mm-hmm.
so I think as soon as like I start like kind of like playing like very slow, like softly, and then as soon as like they're off, like and you can only see them, I'm like, Sir Mac.
Aye, lad. What's on your mind?
The
Wait,
question is,
don't tell me. You want to know how to grow a beard?
no, sir. I'm 14 years old. I can't grow one yet.
And then, like, Kennedy, or Billy pops out of nowhere, like, from a bush, and he's like, again, a very self-aware 14-year-old, and then pops back into the bush.
Just Roach just constantly has to remind himself, "You're 14. You're 14.
Yeah.
You're 14." Mr. Mac, do you know why
Lad,
I came on this
wait,
village?
lad. There are questions that it's better off if you just talk to your mother and father about, you know? That's not my place to be talking about such
Yeah,
things.
well, I would, but they're dead.
Feels bad, man.
really though, after the tilt.
Do you know what their names were?
No, I didn't think you've ever mentioned them.
Because I wanted to see the surprise on your face when I told you their names.
Their names were Inigo Montoya.
My name is Brooks Trap. Sound familiar?
So when you say trap,
I mean, like this one.
Whoa.
No, I think he genuinely wants to see if you know what the last name is. If you recognize the last name.
oh, wait, that trap. Oh, right.
And I think at
That.
this point he pulls out a gun that he like bought off the market
Mm-hmm.
and like starts like shakily like pointing it at you. Yes, that trap. The one
Lad,
that you brutally murdered.
lad, we can, that was, we can talk about this. Put the gun down. Don't
No.
make a fool of yourself.
No. My name is Book Traps and you killed my father and mother. I was 10 years old when I saw you brutally murder them with a pitchfork.
Oh, wow. That would be traumatizing.
I don't know, I'm making this up.
No, yeah.
You're right, lad.
I've been thinking about this moment for the last 4 years of my life.
You're right, lad. I did you wrong. I robbed you of your parents. Now, there's not a day that goes by that I don't think I should have done in the little boy too.
Oh, dang.
Oh my gosh.
Oh crap.
I was waiting for something like that. And then we see this dark shadow over Mac's face, and he just gets very sinister looking all of a sudden.
Yeah, okay, so I think what happens is, like, I think that wasn't the response he was expecting. I think he was expecting, like, no, please spare me, spare me, spare me. And so I think he, like, gets scared. He's like, oh no. What am I doing?
Think about it, boy. Do you know how to fire a gun?
I think he, like, shakily, like, pulls back, like some kind of mechanic that makes it, like, click.
The hammer.
The hammer, whatever. I don't realize.
So my question is, what era is this?
I don't
Are
know.
we talking flintlock? Are we talking wheel lock? Are we talking matchlock? Because this is important. I like wheel lock pistols. Wheel lock pistols are cool
I don't know
because you have a
anything about
wind-up
them.
spring wheel that has a flint bit on it, and then the wheel spins, creating a cascade of sparks before it lights the powder in the pan and fires.
Okay.
I don't.
Otherwise, you're talking about flintlocks, which are kind of pretty bulk standard, or matchlocks, which are
This
just
is my
obnoxious
friend
to
Josh.
maintain.
Pause to break the fourth wall for a little bit. This very dramatic moment. Okay.
No, this is important. I think he's got a wheel lock pistol.
Sure, yeah.
Because if you pull back the hammer on a wheel lock pistol, it stops working.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah. So he doesn't know how the
Okay.
gun works, obviously, right?
Yeah, right. Okay, so I think, yeah, he like does that and then like tries to pull the trigger and it doesn't work,
As the
And
wheel
just,
just
like-
spins.
and he just like looks at the gun and then looks at you, and like books it.
And then we see Max stalking after him with a pitchfork. No, I'm kidding.
How is he stalking with a pitchfork?
That's fair.
How does he move?
Thump bump like he normally does, just with a pitchfork. I think we end there.
Oh, yeah, you just run and that's the end of the scene.
hmm
So that's
Okay.
Max's scene. Was that
I mean,
I
good?
feel like that's
Well, it can only be neutral or bad at this point.
yeah.
right.
Mhm.
So, I mean, he escaped death.
But now he knows that somebody's officially actively trying to kill him.
Right. I mean, I don't think that scene turned out how he thought it would. Right? Like he was like, "Oh, we're gonna go play some bagpipes and drink some ale,"
Mm-hmm.
and then suddenly, like, someone's pointing a gun at you. That sounds like
I feel
pretty
like
negative
it's
to me.
bad, yeah. Which is technically good for you because then you have all black dice.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
You're resolving, right, Josh?
Yes.
Yeah, so it's up to you.
Yeah, I'll just grab 2 black dice
There you
then.
go.
That's 3. These are not sorted.
Also, Caleb, now you have 3 dice and I have 1. So how does that work? Will you just take 1 and then I'll take the other 2 that are, or the 3 that are left?
No. I think
Or-
we'll both get 2, because this is, you can have this happen,
Okay.
because, anyway, yeah, you're gonna end up with more, so.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess we could do it where I get 1 and you get 3. That's technically a thing.
I
we
mean,
can
it doesn't matter.
do,
I
but,
think you both can just get 2. I think
Yeah,
that's
that's not-
fine.
okay.
I mean, unless you don't want that black guy,
No,
Caleb.
it's all good. Yeah, I definitely don't want that. So I'm
mean,
okay
either-
with doing the 1, and then we can just have a scene where Tobias just has a great day.
No.
I'm really down with that one. Okay, so man, what is Tobias even doing? Like,
He's just been in bed the last like week.
yeah.
I think he's probably going stir crazy. I don't think Delilah's let him out of the house.
Okay, yeah. Let's have that be the. So you can resolve, or I'll resolve then because you established. So I'm stir crazy, right? I'm sitting there, and what is Herb watching me right now?
I mean, that's
Watching.
Yeah.
watching.
Right.
Yeah, because Delilah's off.
And by watching, you mean...
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I think Herb could be there, maybe.
Well, I'm just thinking because no one else is around, so.
I mean, Peggy.
Oh, Peggy.
Would probably
Yeah,
be
Peggy's around. Okay, I'll talk to
Yeah.
Peggy. And then Alyssa, you can play Herb.
Okay.
If he's around.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how active he's gonna be, but
Right.
sure,
Just
we'll-
like if he ends up like talking to her at all, then.
Where's that bloody woman?
So I think I'm just like in bed, and my hands are like super wrapped up in bandages, and I'm just like laying there, and I think I have my hat over my head, and I'm just like blowing on it, and it's just like falling back down, and it's like.
That's a very light hat.
Or I have really
Well, I mean,
strong
half of
breath.
it was on fire at one point.
Or
so
I'm
it's
an
probably got, like, a
airbender.
bunch of holes in it.
Peggy, I'm bored.
I snatched the hat off of your face.
No,
and
no, don't do that.
You said you were bored. I'm changing your scenery.
Well, don't take my hat. Anything but my darling. That's the only thing
I
that's.
put it on my head. It does feel very nice. I see why you like it so much.
And Herb goes, "You can take my darling,"
No one wants your darling, Herb.
as he's like rocking back and forth in his chair.
Yeah. And I think I.
What, are you insulting my darling Delilah?
Do you even like your wife? I can't even
Like,
tell.
Love, hate, what's the difference?
Fair. So Peggy, speaking of love-hate relationships, and I don't know where I'm gonna go with that. I just thought that was gonna be funny.
I chuckled. And
Have you seen the way that Brooks has been looking at Mac recently?
Brother, I think you forget that I can't see very well.
Right.
So yes, it's so obvious. Even I can see it.
Right. Oh, okay. Awesome. I'm glad we're on the same page here. Well, the thing I'm wondering is there something going on between them, or have one of them hurt the feeling of the other?
Oh, do you not know the story, Tobias?
What story?
Do you not hear Brooks just talking to the air about all of his deepest, darkest secrets all the time?
No, I've never heard him do that. He's the
Oh.
quietest boy that I know.
Well, maybe he just doesn't do it in front of you, but all the time he just kind of starts talking, and maybe he just doesn't see me because I'm easy to miss in the scenery.
Maybe I never hear him because I'm always talking. That could probably be it.
I don't know, but the point is, it's very obvious what's wrong.
All right, well, maybe to you should fill me in on this. I mean, the safety, the health of my crew. This is of paramount importance to me, even if we, don't have a ship or I'm stuck in bed all day. I'm going stir crazy. I need to be a captain for once.
Are you done talking?
Yes, I think so. Can I have my
Oh
hat
well,
back down?
100%. Keep going if you're you're not done.
I just want my hat.
Okay, well, 100%. Brooks is gonna kill Mac.
Can I just have my hat? Wait, what did you say? What did you just say? Say it again.
I think you heard me.
I was thinking about my hat. Say it again.
I don't know. You're gonna you're just I'm trying
No,
to tell
don't
you
make this into one of those things that you have to figure out for yourself, brother. Just tell me what's going on.
You heard the bloody woman. One of your crewmates gonna kill the other.
I literally didn't hear anything come out of her mouth. I was so deep in thought. All I was thinking about was like my hat and how I wanted it. My inner dialogue. It's very loud sometimes. Can you please just repeat what you said?
Did you even process what Herb just said? He just told you again.
Oh, Herb talked? What? Wait.
I stand up and I start hobbling out.
You still have my hat.
Hobble, 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 hobble. Hobble, hobble.
Dang it. And then I
Hobble,
just like
hobble,
get up.
hobble, hobble.
And I'm just like, oh, my hands don't hurt at all anymore. And I should probably take these off now. It's like,
I think it's at this point that Delilah and Billy come back into the front door. Oh, Tobias, are you all right? You feeling better? You sitting up today?
yes, I'm feeling fine. I guess all I really needed was a little motivation to get up off my feet, and yeah, I think I'm feeling as good as new. And now I don't know where Peggy went. Would you give me a moment? And I just like start walking away, like towards where she went. Wow, you blasted woman, sis, Peggy. I'm just like looking around the house. And I think I look back at Kennedy, and I'm like, Kennedy, do you know where Peggy went?
No.
Okay. Well, do you know where Mac and Brooks are? Shouldn't they be around here somewhere? I thought this was our off day.
Mac and Brooks are off having a special time in the forest together.
That's an interesting question.
And then I think Billy says, when you say special time in the forest, and then
Yes, that's exactly what he means.
Wait a second. So it's more love than hate then? So Mac and Brooks are friends or something? What?
No.
What, they're like skipping through the woods holding hands? What's happening here?
Something like that, maybe.
You're being awfully vague here, Billy. Kennedy.
Brooks was playing the bagpipes when we left.
Oh, that's not a good sign. Brooks hates the bagpipes. Why would he? I should check this out. Where's my blasted hat? I can't be a captain without my hat. And then I look over at like.
Oh, sure you can. You're a captain to me.
Delilah, stop flirting.
Yeah, I think I look at Delilah and I'm like. And I look like I listen to what she said, and I'm about to like respond to it, and like there's gonna be like a touching, heartfelt moment, and I'm like, I'm sorry, did you say something? And then I just like grab the hat that's off of her head, like she has like a sun hat.
Wait.
Off of Delilah's
How
head.
are you? Delilah doesn't have
Delilah's
the hat.
hat.
I have the hat.
No. Delilah. I'm just saying now that Delilah has like a sun hat, like.
Oh, okay.
Just like a basket woven hat or whatever. Yeah.
Just out of nowhere, Delilah has a hat.
Yeah, I mean, we haven't established that she doesn't have a hat. So I just take her hat, put it on my head, and then walk out the door. And I'm just kind of like grumbling to myself, and I was like, oh, this doesn't feel like a captain's hat at all. Brooks, Mac, are you out there anywhere? Hello? I start walking into the forest. Hello? Wow, I didn't realize how creepy this forest looked.
Thump bump.
Hello? Brooks?
Bump.
Mac?
Thump
Brooks
bump.
gone.
I'm really getting creeped out here.
Thump bump.
Okay, the sound doesn't seem to be getting any closer. I'm confused now.
Thump bump.
So I just start like walking in the direction of the sound. Hello?
You hear there's a crashing noise and
Oh gosh. Oh dear.
what sounds like a bunch of Scottish cussing.
And I like take out my like pistol. I'm like, hello? Mac, is that you?
You come around a corner and Mac's got his hair stuck in a briar bush. And he's struggling to stay
Last
upright
man.
while also picking his hair free.
How did you get into this situation?
I was in the woods.
Obviously. I'm trying to like pull him out.
Where'd you get that hat?
None of your
Is that
business.
Delilah's
Yes,
hat?
it's Delilah's hat. Peggy took my hat. You need a hat to be a captain, and I'm trying to be a captain right now.
Wait, I didn't know you liked Delilah.
I don't like what? I mean, she's fine, but I don't like her.
Are you saying you're... I'll fight you for her.
You're taking this far too seriously. I literally don't care about Delilah. I just needed a hat.
Oh, so you're playing with her heart then?
No. Oh. All right. You know what? I am just gonna leave you in this bush. I don't even
No,
care.
don't you dare.
All right, then stop talking about Delilah. Here, do you want the hat? I don't care.
I am the captain now.
Don't want that stupid hat. I want to get out of this bush.
No, you're insulting Delilah. I'm going to tell her you said that.
You wouldn't.
I would. Now shut your Scottish mouth, and I'm pulling you out of this bush. Good.
Do you
And then
pull
I
him
just
out of the
I
bush?
just pull him out.
Ah!
Oh. Yeah, that didn't sound
You blue-bellied haggis gizzard son of a southerner. You could have been more gentle about it.
Well, you could have been more nice too. We're pirates. I mean, what do you?
You're right. You should have been meaner about it.
Yes, exactly. Thank you. I'll see what I can do next time. Anyway, have you seen Brooks? I heard that you two were out skipping in the woods together or something.
Brooks came out here and demonstrated his absolute lack of firearm knowledge in an attempt to kill me.
Oh, I thought you were just like giving him a demonstration or something. That's serious. And then I have like a flashback and I hear like Peggy say the thing that she said before. I'm like,
Oh, 100% Brooks is gonna murder.
Right. So I was listening. Anyway. So.
And so then I says to him,
Right.
and you were you listening to me?
I'm sorry, you didn't start your sentence with "so I said to him"?
No, in the slightest.
How many sentences were before that?
I didn't count these things. You're not listening to me. Some captain you are.
All right, here, let's restart. And I like take the head off, put it back on. Like, please begin again.
Right. So, my firearms instructors always taught me the proper way to use a wheellock pistol, as to make sure that the hammer is forward on the wheel, so that when the wheel spins, it's the sparks. You know, that's just the easy way to do it, right?
Right.
And he says to me, you never pull on the hammer of the wheellock pistol, because then you break the spring, and it just makes a little clicking noise, but then the
This
whole
is
pistol's completely
Have a
useless.
Point.
But I hear tell of these newfangled...
I don't care about the next gun development. You said you were just targeted for murder? I should probably hear about that.
Oh, Brooks took me out into the woods, and we were
Right.
just going to play some bagpipes together.
Uh-huh.
When all of a sudden he pulls out his pistol and he tells me that I killed his family. And I'm sitting there going,
wait, did you?
I'm all innocent. I did nothing yet. And he's pointing his pistol and he's being all dangerous sounding.
Okay.
And then he pulls the hammer back on the pistol. I mean, what's with that? You don't do that with a wheel lock.
Yes, you mentioned.
He just broke the hammer straight off the thing.
Right.
And then he clicks the thing and it just spins around in circles and he
Uh-huh.
turns and runs away.
Uh-huh. Mac, did
Aye.
you kill the boy's parents?
I've killed people in the
Yes.
past. I didn't ken how many or when or where.
Oh my gosh, you did, didn't you?
I may have on occasion killed some.
Was there a good reason? Why did you kill his parents?
There was a misunderstanding. See, I was only trying to relieve him of his purse, you
Yeah.
know. I wasn't
Mhm.
trying to do any violence to him. I didn't mean them no harm.
You know,
Just a little bit of highwayman activity, you know.
as
You
pirates,
can.
we're supposed to be mean. We're supposed to be vicious. We're supposed to be pirate-y, but that's just evil. And I don't do evil in my crew. Not about that. Not about that life.
You're right. I made an orphan.
Yes.
That was
Not
a
only that,
foolish
you made
choice.
a really, really anxious, dramatic, and incredibly self-aware orphan.
You're right. I should have finished the job when I had the chance.
Oh my gosh. That you please tell me you didn't mean that you wanted. Okay.
Are you supposed to develop a conscience?
Yeah, he was supposed to develop a
So I-
conscience, wasn't he?
So I grab you by the arms and I like shake you a little bit. I'm like, "Are you a monster? You literally killed this boy's parents, and you're sitting here telling me that you should finish the job? A boy comes up to you and points a gun at you, and you feel nothing."
You're right. No, you're right. The lad needs a mentor figure. He needs someone to teach him. 'Cause
I
he never had
Do
folks.
not like where you're going with this,
I took them away from him.
Mac.
Oh,
Mac.
the
Mac.
poor lad.
Mac, you
He
cannot.
doesn't know how to shave himself. Have
you-
you seen the
Mac.
man's chin?
You absolutely cannot try to be his mentor figure. That will not go well at all. You have literally scarred him for life. Please. Is any of this getting through to you?
Well, there was something about it, but it's like there's something about that hat you're wearing. You just sort of stop listening after the first word or two.
You know, when I do that, it's funny. It's a running gag. The audience loves it. But when you do it, it's just annoying.
Right.
I hate to do this, Mac. But I think I might have to. And I grab the pistol out and I point it at your face. And I say, "My name is Captain Tobias of the Black Skull. You killed the parents of one of my crew members. I can't abide that."
Captain, don't forget to pull back your hammer.
Ooh. And so I go over and I start to like do that, and then I look at you and I'm like, everybody thinks that I don't listen.
And as you're distracted, he plants one hand down on the ground between your feet, swings his stumps of his legs up, and smacks the gun from your hand.
And I'm about to have this like dramatic moment, and then like, oh crap!
He lands just long enough to change his hand's position, and then he swings up again, driving his stump straight into your gut.
Oh gosh, that smarts. Yeah, and I like start like crawling towards the pistol.
With a roar, he dives over the briar bush to try to get to the pistol first.
And I grab my hat off of my head and I swing it. I throw it at you like a frisbee, and it hits you in the face.
That moment of distraction causes him to lose his grip on the branch he was holding, and he falls hair first into the bramble bush again.
So I crawl over to the pistol, grab it, put the hammer forward, point it at you, and I say, "I never liked your accent anyway." And then
Ah.
Okay, we can't kill anybody yet. Gee.
Well, that's the
Well, I
thing.
think we just did.
No. That's the thing, right? We hear the sounds. It goes to black, and then we hear the gunshot. We hear the scream, and then it goes to black, and that's the end of the scene. And so we don't know what happens to him until the end. We have one more
Okay,
scene.
I was to say, but does Captain Tobias have a flintlock?
Oh my god.
Well, we'll see. We'll
We're
see
gonna
when we
figure
get to the
this
end.
out.
We'll
Yeah.
see.
Don't worry.
Let's see what happens.
So Peggy.
Okay.
You have to establish what dice you got.
Oh right.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it was
I would say
neutral.
that's mixed,
Yeah.
maybe.
Yeah. It wasn't bad. It wasn't completely bad.
Well, you lost. I mean, it wasn't completely bad, but you just killed your friend and lost your hat. So
It's true, but it could have gone so much.
also-
worse.
much worse. Yeah. No, that's true.
I'm also already gonna say like he couldn't have killed him because we have to resolve it with the dice.
Maybe I could kill him still, but
No.
we'll see.
We'll see. I'll give you the neutral if you want to do neutral, but that means that poor Peggy has to have a negative outcome in her next thing.
It's fine.
Yeah, I think neutral. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Okay, so I guess like I'll establish, I guess, and say that I'm as the struggle was going on, my twin sense tingled.
Mm.
And so I was heading towards where you guys were fighting as I heard the gunshot.
Oh, okay.
So I'm coming in, and I would guess you guys are obviously playing yourself, and then I don't know if Brooks would also come to the sound of a gunshot.
No, I think Brooks is booking it.
Brooks is gone.
He's
Like, to the-
brooking it,
like-
as they say.
Like, yeah, he's definitely like going to the docks to like try to like get out of here.
Ooh. Okay, so maybe Herb would come at the sound of a gunshot on his property.
At some point.
Yeah.
I think Delilah would hear the gunshot and force Herb out of his chair to go
Yeah.
deal with it.
Yeah. Okay. So I guess I'm like hobbling.
They're poaching our deer again.
towards the woods with my last voodoo head, and I guess I'm hobbling a little quickly since there was the sound of gunshot, and I get to where you guys were and see that my brother is holding a gun that's smoking.
So we hear like the same thing again. I say, I never liked your accent anyway, and then I pull the thing, and then I guess like what do you want to happen in that moment?
I feel like you're not that great of a shot.
Right, so I just hit the tree
So
behind him.
No, you hit his arm.
Oh, okay. His non-flesh arm?
No,
Or his
his
flesh
arm.
Okay.
He
His
doesn't
what?
have.
Oh, he doesn't have a wooden arm. Okay.
peg legs or
No.
anything. He
Gotcha.
just
No, he
has an arm. Remember?
Just has an arm, and you managed to hit his arm.
Okay.
So
maybe I like hit it in
so-
an artery or whatever, so it's like bleeding profusely.
Yeah, so I kind of am just like, Tobias, what did you just do?
And I
What
look
the
back.
bloody hell is going on out here? First my barn, now gunshots.
I think. Yeah.
I'm
Mac
just
is
like looking like
screaming and thrashing in the bush. You're not gonna get anything coherent out of him.
I just kind of yell, Matt, calm down. And I start collecting any sort of little flowers that I see around. And I go, Tobias, help me.
I look up at you and I'm like, this was justice, Peggy. It was justice. He killed that boy's parents. And I like walk up to you like dramatically, and then I look at you and I'm like, it was a downright shame. And then I just take the hat off of your head and put it back on mine.
I kind of just go, Tobias, don't you remember why you were in jail?
I don't say anything.
Kind of go, we all deserve a second chance, don't we?
Maybe you're right.
So I'm still like
Herb's,
collecting.
like, yelling profusely, like in the background, like, get off my property! Like, you've caused nothing but trouble. My wife is thinking about leaving me now. It's all your fault.
We're having a moment, Herb.
I would never leave you, Herb.
Shut up, woman.
Okay, so I'm collecting all these ingredients and stuffing it in the voodoo head. And
What are you doing, Peggy?
I'm trying to save him. So
Do what you have to do.
I'm like collecting everything, and as I'm collecting stuff, I trip. My peg gets stuck in the dirt, and I trip and I fall forward. And the last voodoo head, before everything, all the ingredients are complete, launches towards Mac and hits his arm, and we see it bursts more black smoke. And then I would think that would be
That's the cut.
the cut of rolling to see what happens for that.
Sounds good. So you get 2 black dice.
Yep.
Okay, so now what we do is we roll all the dice that are in front of us, and they cancel each other out. Right, so the black and white numbers will be subtracted from each other, and then whatever your final number is your score, and that will determine how well you do. You want high of one number. So what you can do is just like click and drag all the dice that are on your thing, and then right click on one of them, and then go to multi-sided on the very bottom of that tool thing that will pop up, and then click random side, and it will roll all of them.
Okay, are we gonna go like in order of like?
In that case, Alyssa, you would go first. Yeah. So if we want to do that.
Random side, correct? That
Yep.
I'm clicking?
Random side.
Okay.
Whoa.
Nice.
Okay. So we got 9.
12, 14,
White 9.
minus 5, 9.
So I gotta pull up Fiasco again.
I think that's the highest I've ever like.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
That's good.
Not bad.
I think that's a pretty good score. Let me find the table.
Because last session, like the one time that I played this, we all got like less than 5.
Oh, it was so bad.
Except for me, I got a 7.
Yeah, you got like a 7. That was like the highest. And even then, it still wasn't that good.
You suffered the worst fate, something worse than death.
I know.
Finding out Chad was your real son.
Chi-Chi.
The goodest boy.
He was the goodest boy.
Oh dear.
Oh man, you need to watch our
That
other
last
Fiascos,
Fiasco
Josh.
session that was the birth of Space Red Lobster, which has
Yep.
been referenced in Elysian Road.
Mm-hmm.
Several times.
Okay.
And the space virus that Till got.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did it have the same effect as it had on your character, Caleb, where it makes you tell the truth?
No.
No, he was
No,
just
it didn't.
bedridden for like a day.
Darn it.
That was wasn't that the medicine that did it though, not the virus?
No, it was
itself?
the illness.
Was it?
Yeah.
Okay. Aftermath. Here we go. 43. Sorry guys, take me a while to find this. Come on now.
Caleb, this was like the last of your one job
I know.
that you had to do.
All right, so you got a 9.
Yes.
All right, nothing to crow about. No better, but not way worse either. Maybe the car is wrecked, or your wife is leaving you, or there's a court date. But compared to some of the other people you know,
So I mean, that's basically how it is for Brooks,
Yeah.
right? Is that he doesn't get his revenge, but I think he like managed to like get a job like at the docks like right away. Like they're like, yeah,
Mhm.
okay, you're like a young strapping little lad.
so maybe
You can,
you end
like-
up as an actual pirate.
Yeah.
Yeah, as a cabin boy on an actual disrespectful ship.
There
There you go.
you go.
I think that's it for Brooks right there.
Yeah,
Pretty simple.
and he never got his revenge. How does he feel about that? Did he get over
I-
it?
I think. I don't know. I don't think so. Probably not. But I think he's just like, well, I'm not going back there again. I know that.
Yeah. So all the pirates. So maybe for the epilogue like scene we get with you is just like some pirates like doing piratey things on their ship, and then like they just kind of like look over and they hear someone mumbling, and it's like it's Brooks mumbling to himself, and again like like I will eventually find the courage to go back and find him and like end this once and for all. And
But
then...
it's like old Brooks with a bunch of battle scars and
right.
big muscles and a beard, and
And like the pirates like look at each other and it's like, what's up with Crazy Brooks? I don't know, man. Nobody. We never talk about
That's
it.
why they say he's crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Nobody knows.
Nobody knows why Crazy Brooks is crazy. Cool. Mac?
Cool.
Aye, that's me, lad.
It's very likely that you'll actually get a good ending out of this.
Those dice.
I just did.
Oh, did it not show up on that side? So
What?
so they changed on your notepad, correct?
Oh. 13.
Okay. Oof, wow.
Wow.
Black 13. So, awesome. Insanely great. You will emerge not only unscathed, but if there's a girl involved, she's dropping her drawers. You might even get rich off this caper. Who knows? Time for a new ride.
Okay, so clearly my voodoo magic worked.
Yeah, apparently.
I
So
think
what happened to Matt?
all his limbs grew back.
Oh, yeah!
Yeah.
Perfect.
Oh my goodness.
So
And then
that's it?
Delilah just like falls for him.
Nah, I don't think Delilah would fall for him.
No?
Because I think Delilah knows that if she ever leaves, Herb literally couldn't get out of bed in the morning.
It's true. So she's in a
Too good of a
codependent
woman.
relationship.
Yeah.
Yes, she's in a codependent relationship, pretty much.
So,
But-
like, what else has happened with Mac? Like, what does his, like, future look like? He
Hmm.
regrows all his limbs and then...
I almost wonder if he makes. See, he goes and he becomes a circus oddity. The man with one strong arm. Because he just has kind of thin, scrawny limbs. And then his really big and beefy.
I love how it's after you regrow all of your limbs that you become a circus oddity.
Yeah.
That's funny.
And then he becomes rich and retires to a farm or something.
There you go. And you have your own Delilah.
There you go.
Are you going to become part of the greatest show?
Possibly.
This
Cool.
is the greatest show.
From now on, these eyes will not be blinded by the light. Anyway. Alright. I'm gonna roll all my dice. I have so many dice. Kaboom! Alright. Oh yes, perfect.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
15?
Wow.
Yes.
Holy
Whoa.
Yes.
Dang. Apparently this is going to end well for everybody except Peggy. Watch.
So, white 13 plus, fan frickin' tastic. It's fat times ahead, safe and secure. That thing that would make your life better? Oh, you got it, absolutely. And then some more. Enjoy it.
I wonder if my voodoo magic somehow spread to an area of effect instead of just.
Yeah, and I think maybe, like, I became incredibly, like, charismatic because of your magic. And so I ended up just, like, being super confident in myself, being super charismatic, and I just went back into town after this whole situation died down. And I just, like, convinced, like, a crew of, like, tough pirates to, like, join me. And I became, like, an actual, like, really impressive pirate captain. And, like the name of Captain Tobias of the Black Skull was echoed across the Caribbean.
Across the world. Okay, guys.
All right,
Let's
here we
see.
go.
Oh, 6? Black 6.
Black 6. Okay. Pathetic. You'll suffer. Oh, yes, will you suffer. And everyone will know of your malfeasance, your stupidity, your lack of common sense and decency. You're probably going to be locked up, too.
Oh, no.
Oh dear.
So Peggy got the worst
So-
off of this whole situation.
Yeah, so I'm thinking as I tripped, I definitely, like, face planted on the ground.
Mhm.
Got injured with that. the voodoo magic that turned out so well for you guys took it out of me and left me worse for the wear.
Right.
And you became this charismatic guy, and kind of maybe you dragged me along, but everyone kind of just knew I was just your sister that was tagging along, and I couldn't really do anything, especially now that I was so weak, and so I was just kind of like the laughing stock of the boat of the Black Skull for the rest of my life, with no more of my friends to keep me company. My peg was broken. My nose healed very crookedly. Just bad time all around.
I'm sorry, Peggy. So I like left you then? To like
No, I'm just the laughing stock of the Black Skull.
Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah, you're like the cranky witch cook we keep in the below decks and everybody makes fun of. And I think I'm always trying to like cheer you up and like make your life better, but nothing will ever make it better.
Nope.
You're just a sad little woman.
Sad.
Not little woman. Yeah. Well, there you go. That was our game of Fiasco for tonight. What a wonderful story. I really,
that was the best it had ever turned out.
Yeah.
That got intense.
Yes, it really did. I think my favorite part was Kennedy and Billy's adventures.
Yes.
Yes, that was good. When you said adventures.
That's great. That's awesome. So there you go. Thanks for watching. Thanks for playing. And we will not be back tomorrow. We will not be back next week. We will not be back the week after that or the week after that. We're going on a little bit of a hiatus here, people. This is the last session for a little while, and because I got lots of crazy things in August that I do, and so the channel is going to be a little dead for a while, but that is okay. We will come back swinging and at the end of August, and it'll be great. We'll be back
Terranolia Season 2.
Exactly, we'll be back with Terranolia Season 2. We'll be back with more Elysian Road, and we'll see what happens when Till gets his ship impounded.
Pew, 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 pew. Space lasers.
Yeah. It's gonna be... So wait, there's an air horn for...
Air horn for Terranolius, and then space lasers for Elysian Road.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good time. I'm looking forward to it. I will have a lot of time to like read through rule books and like think about games as I usually do when I'm camping.
Crazy things to throw at us.
Yes, exactly. More deadly encounters to throw at my favorite D&D players, and we'll be back before you know it. But never fear, we still have an episode of the Avatar: The Last Rewatch to record tonight, and that will be out, and that'll be the last thing that's out before we hit the road. So, or I do. There you go. That was our session for tonight. Thank you guys for joining us, and see you on the other side. Adios.